some very exciting news for Civilization VI fans. The other day, Firaxis finally released the third addition to the Leader Pass, which is Rulers of China. Now, previous to this release, we had two Chinese civilizations. So we had a version of Qin Shi Huang, the original from the base game in 2016. However, there was also a version of Kublai Khan that you could control as China. So, really, the point of this video, we're going to take a look at the three new civilization Chinese leaders, compare them to each other, compare them to the previous Chinese civilizations, and talk about what's good and what we like, and maybe what wasn't too great. All right, and I want to start here talking about Yongle. So, please forgive me if I'm saying the name wrong. I'm American and I don't speak Chinese, but he's really cool. So, they gave him a unique ability, which honestly, I love. So that unique ability, you can convert 50% of a city's production into either food, faith, or 100% gold. So that's really unique and cool. And it doesn't end there. So they've also got the ability with any cities with 10 or more population, they will generate 2 gold, 1 science, and 1 culture per turn. So for easy math, let's say you've got, I don't know, 10, 15 cities. They range to 100 population total in your empire. All of them have hit the goal of being over 10 population in your one city. If you've got 100 population throughout your entire empire, you're getting 200 gold, 100 science, and 100 culture just off of this ability for Yongle. So that's really unique, really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Moving right along, we have Wu Zetian of China. I honestly like her ability as well. I don't think any of these new leaders were particularly bad. I think this is my favorite batch of the leader pass that's come out so far. But she's very unique. If you like being that guy in a civilization game, you want to spy on your neighbors, know what's going on every single turn, what they're doing, if they're coming at you or not, she's going to be your woman to play. So all offensive spies operate at 1 level higher. That's huge to begin with, to have that additional bonus, as well as you'll receive a free spy after discovering defensive tactics. So that's pretty big on its own because you don't normally get spies until the Renaissance era, which is a lot later in the game. I mean, defensive tactics, you can unlock that within relatively, first 30 turns of the game. Like right off the bat, basically, that's you're starting the game with a spy that you'll have the entire game for your advantage. Other unique ability about Wu Zetian, with the Manual of Entrapment, you, on offensive spy missions that are successful, you'll gain 25% of the culture and science that the targeted city would have earned that turn. So I can't clarify for sure if you steal that science and culture. I don't imagine you do. I just would assume you probably get it as well as them. So that can be pretty good though, especially, early game, late game, you taking culture and science to help you catch up to others. That's nice, period. Whatever era you're in, whether it is later or earlier in the game. So really unique as well, abilities that they gave for Wu Zetian. Now, on to our final new leader. It's actually a variation on the Qin Shi Huang that we already had in the game. So we kind of already know and love the guy, but unique ability is really cool that they gave him, which is the 36 stratagems. So what that means is melee units receive the Convert Barbarian action, and it'll transform any barbarian units you're adjacent to into your own units. Although there are a few caveats with it. In a single player game I was testing, I tried a couple of things. So, first, to let you know, if you buy and you're using the Barbarian Clans mode in the game and you buy a melee unit, or for that matter, if you buy a melee unit at all, period, it does come with the ability to convert barbarians, the convert barbarian action. Now, I wasn't sure if that was always going to be the case or if you always had to train it to get the ability, but you can get it from buying the unit from your city center or an encampment. However, you will not get the ability when you convert barbarians. So it's not an infinite system where you can reuse it off of converted barbarians. Now, one last note on it. If you didn't read the fine print like I did, It's only off of melee units. I initially thought it was every unit can do that. Recon, ranged, they can't do it. So only melee units have the ability, but it's still pretty unique and I like it. Now, I briefly want to compare the new version of Qin Shi Huang to the 2016 base game version of Qin Shi Huang that we've had now in Civ for years. So the new version is referred to as the Unifier. The old version of Qin Shi Huang is the Mandate of Heaven version. So what you're losing by not playing him now is you're losing an additional build charge for all of your builders and the ability to spend builder charges to complete 15% of the production cost for ancient and classical wonders. So honestly, it just depends on you as the player, what type of game you like, because both of them are really neat, really cool. One is definitely more leaning towards a militaristic victory, especially early game. I mean, that's such a nice and easy way to get troops right off the bat is to just use your charges um, from other melee units to build up your army. You don't even have to train an army; you can just use it off of the charges. But at the same time, if you like playing a cultural game and more of a building up your empire with that extra build charge and being able to get ancient and classical wonders, especially, I mean, if you're on a higher difficulty where it's really hard to compete against the AI, you are losing a lot by not playing as the Mandate of Heaven version of Qin Shi Huang. And lastly, I also want to return back to Kublai Khan, which has also been in the game since the Frontier Pass was released a couple of years ago. Um, as Kublai Khan, you gain the additional economic policy slot in any government, as well as you gain a random Eureka and inspiration for each trading post that you establish in another major civ. So I mean, there's definitely bonuses to playing as Kublai Khan versus these other the new ones, but the new ones I think are just so unique in their abilities that they've got to be worth trying, especially after we've had Kublai Khan for quite some time. All right, one last thing to note. Each unique leader has their unique ability, but that does not change that every Chinese civilization still has access to the Crouching Tiger as the unique unit, as well as the unique tile improvement building the Great Wall of China. So no changes there. They're the exact same as normal. Same era that you'll unlock the Crouching Tiger and the Great Wall improvement. But I just thought I'd throw it out there to say that that hasn't changed, even though now we've got 5 different leaders for China. All right, so that's a lot of information I just gave you. What are my final thoughts? I am loving these 3 new leaders. They really did. Firaxis did a really good job with the leader pass for the 9 new, well, technically 10 with Julius Caesar, 10 new leaders that we've gotten so far. They have unique abilities. These ones though, I really love. Like to add the new city projects for Yongle, to add the spy for Wu Zetian, the convert barbarian action. They're all just unique. It's nothing we've seen in the game up to this point, and I don't see a negative honestly with any of them. Like all 3 of them. It really, I think, just depends on the type of player you are. Because if you are the type of player that you love to spy on your neighbor and to do that sort of thing, I mean, that's your avenue to go. But if you like a cultural game, I would probably stick with the original Qin Shi Huang with the Mandate of Heaven, where you get the builder charges. But then, I mean, militaristically, if you like that route, play the Unifier version of Qin Shi Huang. So all 3, I think, are really good. Um, just try them out. Try them out. See what's best. And if there's one that you really like, let us know in the comments below, so everyone else can get a feel for why you like that one the best. But if you liked this video, want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and come back for more content later.